My hand was like cramping.
Yeah.
My nose started to itch, and I'm like,
My nose started to run. I was just like,
Oh, you're like, it's my song. I was like, what's the next chord? What am I doing?
So welcome back, guys. And tonight we have two special guests. Of course, you guys know the ineffable Brittni Paiva. Thank you.
thank you, Andrew.
And we have a new person with us tonight. He's gonna say
Fellow
guest.
Big Islander.
Yeah. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Hello,
Yes.
Ian.
Hi, guys. I'm Ryan.
Ryan Coad. No.
Ryan Quad.
Ryan Quad.
Coad.
Straight from Hilo Road. I am. Yeah. I'm an ukulele player based out of Hilo right now.
How long?
How long? He's a Chinese fisherman.
Mm.
Yes. Sorry. Oh, I have been. How long have I been in Hilo? I've been in Hilo since 2019. 2019 is when I came back to Hawaii because I went away from Hawaii for a while.
Why would you ever do that?
Why would I ever do that? I think anyone who's born and raised here at some point needs to do the thing where like I need to get off the rock.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that was me. I did that. I was in the military for 4 years after I graduated high school. Did the Air Force. Took me to a bunch of very, very cool places. Well, most of the places were very cool. Some of them were like deep, just like rootsy, dirty South, and just not wasn't a fun. It's like what's the most nasty part of Mississippi that you could go to? We're gonna send you there, where the definition of just like sweat is. There, that's the spot you're gonna go to. I thought I knew sweat living in Hawaii, living in different places. Mississippi sweat is unlike anything. But they made up for it by sending me to.
Was that the boot camp?
It was the technical training. So boot camp was in San Antonio, and which was also equally.
Is that pretty gnarly?
It was also gnarly. And then from there they took me to Biloxi, Mississippi, which was hot. Although it honestly,
Do people not make it through that initial boot camp?
Yes, there's plenty of dropouts that happen, and it's never for the reasons that you would expect. It's always just like characters that can't make it through high pressure situations that just like that just say absolutely not. And just like they can't handle being, I guess, told what to do. So if you're really good at being told what to do, if you're really good at not taking a leadership role, you'd love boot camp. Yeah, that was fun. It's not like in the past where like they straight up like touch you and get up in your face and they swear at you. They can't swear at you anymore. They can't point. They can't point at you anymore. They have to knife hand because pointing is too aggressive. But you can knife hand. So they
can't call you maggot. You're not a bad maggot.
You know how pissed off it makes them to get these new rules.
Get out of bed, you human being.
yeah.
You regular. What do you call them again?
You person.
Just come up with other.
You individual.
That deserves your own respect, even though I'm trying to train you how to be able to handle high pressure situations.
I can't do this
Yeah.
anymore. You, sir, here. Wait,
Sorry.
you call me sir.
Okay, Corey, settle down.
Sorry. You get carried away.
They from Biloxi, Mississippi, they took me to Okinawa, which was
cool.
stunning.
It's like a
Beautiful,
better
huh?
version of Hawaii.
In
Stop
some ways,
it.
in some ways, in some ways,
Sorry.
yes. In some ways, yes. With the as much as I love Hawaii's culture, because it's home for me. I was born and raised on Maui. As much as I love Hawaii's culture, there's something to be said about just the Japanese and the Okinawan culture. Like they are so incredibly respectful, and nobody messes with anybody. Like, the amount of times that I would see just, like, someone would leave their bike leaning against the outside of their shop, and you just don't worry about it getting stolen just because they're just that cool.
There's no bike locks. They
Yeah.
just were like,
Or they're just 30 years behind the rest of the world. And in another couple decades, they're going to be rampant with crime. No, hopefully not. Yeah, maybe it is just in the culture of respect.
Yeah.
And so how long were you over there?
That was 2 years. 2 years in Okinawa. Stunning place. I cannot wait to go back. I don't know when, but I will go back for sure. Because I didn't get into free diving or scuba diving while I was there. I waited until they sent me back to the armpit of Florida to get into scuba diving, ironically.
which is more humid?
Okinawa. The summers of Okinawa are something else.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Japan summers are
Like July and
brutal.
August is the worst. And
Yeah,
Late
they
August.
kind of were like, you can't see out the window because of the amount of condensation that's just on the window.
People
walk outside,
die
you just gotta wipe yourself down.
a lot in Japanese summers. People like actually die because it's so hot. Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I was
mean,
dying.
People die all over from heat stress and heat stroke, but a lot in Japan.
Did you feel like Top Gun was pretty on point for what you went through?
You know, I am
I haven't even
ashamed
seen
to
it
say
either.
that I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Did you guys see the new? I did. Yeah.
I didn't. My
Everybody else in the world did, I think, but whatever.
I didn't.
you didn't see it either?
Nope.
Oh,
Did you see it?
nope.
Okay, cool. We're all on the same boat. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
if you like
I heard
ukulele,
it
you
was
probably
good,
But Ryan
didn't
lived
see
it, so he doesn't need to see
I heard I heard the remake was good though. I heard it was good.
Yeah.
My-
That's what I heard.
I gotta wait for like a sick day where I gotta just take the full sick day, just like watch them both and just absorb it.
That's so weird ASMR. No, I was like, whoa.
There's so much reverb.
I heard wind, but I didn't feel any.
Sorry. I had to
Whistle.
fix it before it fell.
We like to have fun here.
You gotta get the stuffed up breathing.
Oh, the nasal.
Oh my god. That's Brittni's post-COVID lung.
Yes. It
Oh
actually is.
yeah, you just got over.
I did,
crazy-
yeah.
Oh,
I've-
how was that?
Oh my god, it
Post-corona.
was horrible. I had visual hallucinations, very bad brain fog. I ended up needing an albuterol inhaler, and I had an allergic reaction to that on top of having COVID.
Oh my goodness.
So that was a rough week. I think the worst was I had the fine motor movements that I needed for playing ukulele. It disappeared. So I had to practice really hard for a couple of days before I could, feel moderately normal.
Were you freaking out?
Wow.
I was, because I picked up my uke, because I had 2 gigs, the end of the week that I finally was better enough to practice. And so I picked up my uke and I just couldn't do arpeggios, like that, the fine motor movements that I needed to do that. I couldn't do it.
Holy crap! This is what, a month ago?
No, just like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Are you back to normal?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
Oh.
besides that, I've been testing negative. I tested negative last week before Halloween. So.
No, but like motor-wise?
Oh, not entirely, not 100%. But it'll get
Could
there.
be.
Better than it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah, it was very strange feeling
Well,
like I had to relearn how to
Glad,
play.
glad you're better and almost
Thank you.
100%.
Yes, aside from the sniffles and a cough.
You said you'd smell and
Yeah, that
taste,
that
everything went
comes
away.
and it comes and goes.
still.
So like yeah, so like my taste is fine, but my smell is like I wake up in the morning I can like everything will smell like sulfur or like the hand soap in the bathroom smells like gasoline. It's weird.
I heard like other people where they would smell everything smells sweet or something
Yeah,
will smell.
yeah. I
I-
couldn't smell
sour.
stink things for a while, which was good, but also not good because like I don't know if like my dog had an accidental
Oh,
butt
yeah.
leakage on the bed.
Come here.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell.
But then, is it a problem if you can't tell?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right. I guess so, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, chocolate. Oh no.
I think that's chocolate.
Not
Not
chocolate.
bothering anybody.
Feels like
I guess
chocolate.
it's still-
It's an almond joy.
I did lose. I lost my smell, and then it took almost like weeks to fully be back.
Yeah.
That and then the.
I thought it was kind of cool because I wasn't as quite as hungry because things didn't taste quite as like the same.
That was so sad. That was my least favorite part about it. That and then the lack of energy that comes for weeks afterwards. Like you'll recover all of your symptoms. Like you breathe fine, your sinuses are fine, your throat's fine, you're not coughing anymore. But like your overall level of energy that you can commit throughout the day is like at like 60% capacity versus what it was before you had caught the Rona. And that's like for a solid for me. It was either a couple of months before I got back to baseline, or I got used to my new baseline. It's one or the other.
A lot of people are like that. They're still feeling the effects after like, even 12 months.
Well, I felt like fully over it after a few days, but then like a week to like 10 days, like fully like the energy thing, where it would be like the afternoon. I'm like, geez, I could take a nap right now. What the hell is wrong with me? Like that sort of thing. But then after a couple weeks, I was like, okay, I'm back. But thankfully, yeah, it sucks when it goes on for a long time.
It's weird. When I
hope Brittni that yours doesn't, because
Yeah.
at first I was worried. I was like, geez, is this gonna be a thing? But yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, fortunately for me and for my girlfriend too, we don't have the lack of energy thing. But yeah, just like our sense of smell is gone. She's obviously in better shape and better condition than I am in general. So, yeah.
I don't know why that's obvious, but okay.
Kalei never really hit you like through like the 3 waves that came through here.
I haven't caught it
Wow.
since we came back from our trip in
He's
2019.
like,
I have a theory.
Yeah.
I think
Kalei's
I
like, you know, I
did
guess
catch
I
really
it,
brought it
sick.
here.
but I never did catch it again.
Yeah. No, because you came to the shop and you were just like coughing up so much mucus and you had a fever and like you were really really sick.
This is
And
like
then-
what, December 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then right after you got sick, I got sick with the same thing.
Everybody,
So we had, like,
or
the
almost
OG.
everybody. I don't think I got sick at that point, but like almost everybody
He was
here.
sick. I think the
I
boys
remember
were sick
for-
on the trip.
And you guys came back from China, like, right around
And exactly
The
14
exact
days
Same
Yeah.
time when they were
landing in
hiding it.
China,
Yeah.
I started feeling weird.
And I remember just being sick in all of January into
Yeah,
February. But then it was just I don't know if it was like the regular yearly cold that I usually get, but
I just remember my immune system like feeling.
Well,
really
Billy
weak.
got sick in that same period of
Yeah.
time here, and what's crazy is he got so sick I had to take him to the hospital, and they said that they were surprised because they tested him and he didn't have the flu, and he was like so sick he was having a hard time breathing. This is
yeah, like he was
scary.
bleeding out of his lungs.
end
right?
of 2019. Yeah, they put him on oxygen and gave him some kept him there for a while and he was okay. But yeah, I mean, probably you guys brought COVID back.
It's possible.
It's all Kalei and Corey's
We
fault.
didn't
But what's
even
crazy
know what
is
it was
you-
called.
This guy got sick.
Kalei hasn't got COVID since then.
I technically did not get sick at all for the last 3 years.
Wow.
Like I
Not
got
even
sick
colds.
earlier this year, but I couldn't tell what it was. I
Oh,
had a
yeah.
rapid test.
When you did the Netflix thing, right?
I think it was just like my body was just tired. It just kind of shut down. But then I don't know.
I didn't think I was
tested
going to
for
get
it, too.
COVID because I haven't been sick in like 15 years. Like not like I don't get the flu. I don't know. I was just like I don't
It's
get
a-
sick.
it's a
But, it
distinct
got me.
kinda-
It got me.
like
Yeah.
a distinct kind of like tiredness you get, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I got it, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm sick. And like that whole day, I was just
It was
confused.
weird.
More confused than I usually am.
Yes. Yeah.
But-
yeah. The brain fog is
Yeah.
nuts.
It was.
And like at night, I didn't have any like I felt like I was borderline
I
hallucinating.
think you guys
I
are
had,
being
like a really bad
wimps.
fever.
Nah.
But then what's weird is like I slept that night. The next day I woke up and I was just like, oh, I'm kind of okay now. Felt tired, and then like 2 or 3 days later, I was okay. And
So
I didn't know if I was like
this all happened from a blowing nose. Which was like interrupting Ryan's I guess we're following you and you're in Okinawa right now.
I'm in Okinawa right now. Yeah, that gorgeous time there.
Are you playing ukulele at this point?
Yes. Okay, so if we're gonna backtrack that
That happened at the beginning and it's followed you through.
no, that was My first ukulele was gifted to me as a Christmas present from my parents when I was 10 years old. It was the classic Costco, I think it was like a Washburn concert.
Oh
is
yeah,
what
I
they
remember
had.
those.
Nice.
So that was my first.
Those weren't bad at all.
No, they weren't.
Pretty bad.
They weren't that bad, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
I had absolutely hyperfixated on Jake at that point. Just doing the one thing that many people do, doing everything they can to be a Jake clone. And I did that for a while. Jumped through a couple of different instructors, just like slowly taking in songs. I had Andrew Molina as my instructor for a while.
Nice.
Let's see, that was in 2000. Oh my goodness, 2010, maybe even 9. Yeah, a while ago. Maybe it was a minute ago. Yeah, he at the time had known a bunch of Jake songs, and so like the system was like my grandmother would pay him to come to my house for like one hour a week, and he would just like, he knew the drill. He would just like play any Jake song just slowly, and I would just get it down. Just kind of like copy like monkey see monkey do, and there was like no talk of I didn't have any patience for any kind of like theory or chords or anything like that. I was like, no, just play the songs and I'll take it the songs. That's all I wanted. That was fun. I stuck with that for a little while, and then
Was Andrew giving lessons at the time, or did you? How did that happen?
I might have been one of his first students.
Yeah.
I think I was one of his first students. I'll have to
You're
ask
the one
him.
that got him into teaching. Teach me. All right. And then he's like, all right, I can make money out of this.
Exactly. This is good money. Yeah, and ukulele had kind of gone by the wayside while I was in the military until I had come back from Okinawa into Florida, ironically around the same time that I started watching your guys' podcast, and just learning about like the ukulele site, and had fallen in love with the sound of both mango wood and just baritone ukulele. I had it fixed in my mind, like I'm gonna be a strictly baritone instrumental jazz player. That's gonna be me. Like I just like pigeon-toed myself into that vision, which is not what I needed to do. But it got me motivated to I got my first uke from you, not my first uke, but my first like more than a couple of $100 uke from you guys. The Pono MBGD.
MGBD.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Thank you. That's honestly still one of my favorite instruments, even though it's probably the oldest in my collection right now. Yeah, and then I had...
You didn't end up becoming an experimental jazz baritone player.
No, that didn't happen. And the reason that didn't happen is because I had I had done my best to learn Fly Me to the Moon, which frankly I don't even remember anymore. But I had gone into... Rick Jitchaku's workshop over in Hilo, because this is when I had come back at this point. This is 2019. Went into his ukulele shop, and he was like, I give lessons. I'm like, awesome. Can you teach me how to be a baritone instrumental jazz player? And he was like, okay, maybe. Let's see what you got. And he saw me play, and what he saw was just like technical proficiency, but zero soul, zero emotion, zero anything. And so he basically said like, sure, I'll teach you how to be that, but like on the DL, he was like, I'm actually gonna try and like nourish this kid's internal artist, and I had completely shifted gears.
Had to break the army from you.
Exactly. And at that point, I had gone to visit New Zealand for my spring break because I had some family down in New Zealand. Gone to visit New Zealand, and I got stuck there because of COVID. Because everything had like kind of like come down. All the regulations had come down during that spring break time, and I remember being taken to the airport, and then them being like, "We can't let you on the plane. You're not essential personnel."
So you're in New Zealand just on vacation?
Yeah. I had some loved ones down there that I was staying with, but so that fortunately worked out. But like they had taken me to the airport, and then they I had to get back in the car and be like, "You guys gotta take me back home." they're not letting me on the plane. And so I ended up staying there for a solid like six months, and it was during that time that like I had nothing else to do. I had nothing else to do, so I just like started just like messing around just more and more with my instrument, and then a lot of the lessons that I was learning from Rick just clicked, and all of a sudden I just started writing. I'm like, oh my god, this is working. I'm making things. Oh my god. And
New Zealand's a beautiful place.
it's stunning. It's honestly, I would say it's just like Hawaii, just about 15 to 20 degrees colder. Like they have minor birds.
Perfect.
They have almost like the same like just like flora and fauna. The vibe of the people is super similar.
I know, like the Princess. There's been tons of movies, but The Princess Bride is one of the movies that like they shot in New Zealand. I think so. But yeah, just stunning, like
Just beautiful.
hills and hikes. And did you do much of that?
Yeah. No,
So in a
we-
way, it's like a better version of. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
There is no better, Corey. Okay, you're here.
Tell you what they do have though. They have
Pinnacle.
the mount. All the scenery that they filmed Lord of the Rings in is what they have down there. And
Hobbiton.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
was
That's more of
Jurassic
a
Park
modern
here.
reference. I'm like Princess Bride.
Still gorgeous scenery. Still
Yeah,
gorgeous
yeah,
scenery. Yeah, it was cool. I got to do the hike that takes you like around Mount Doom. It was awesome. It was
I had no
awesome.
idea it was in New Zealand.
Did you see the pits of despair? No, I don't know. You guys didn't see the movie. Okay, whatever.
I did, but then I don't remember a lot of things.
Anyways, so 6 months in New Zealand. What a trip!
Yeah.
You didn't expect that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So then, after New Zealand, what happens?
After New Zealand, I come back to Big Island, kind of continue going to school, and I've just been there ever since. Really, just stayed there. Because I'm in school right now for my my master's in teaching, and that's what's taken up the majority of my time right now is learning how to be a high school science teacher.
Oh, high school science.
Yeah, that's fun stuff. The kids are fun.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah. Well,
Be like a Walter White kind of.
it was an interesting trajectory. I thought I was going to go into electrical engineering, and like, oh, that's not people-y enough. I need something more biological. I want to be a doctor. That's ambitious. I want to be a PA. That's ambitious. I want to be a nurse. I don't like blood. I want to be an academic. Like I want to get like a PhD in biology. That's ambitious. Why do I want to have a PhD in biology? Because I want to be a university lecturer. That's what I want to do. Okay, what if you just go and teach high school science? Fine, that's what I'll do. And so I settled into that.
Wow, I like that.
It's a journey.
I mean, it's about like knowing yourself and what you're going to put yourself through.
Absolutely,
and all that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Some people are just like, well, here I am. Like it just.
The kids are going to be like, did you hear Mr. Coad playing ukulele during the break? He can jam. I like it.
You're like,
I
hey,
like
can
it.
you teach us some of Kalei Gamiao stuff?
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's give the listeners some more music. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. You guys can figure out what to play, right?
Yeah. Is that a G minor?
E
Oh, it's
minor.
an E minor.
And this is a F minor 6.
Yeah, with a theory. Nice.
Oh, I have a cheat app.
Oh, what is
Oh,
that?
it's called U chord.
U chord.
U chord, yeah.
So
letter U.
UCHO.
No.
So when
yeah,
it goes to
U
when it goes to
hyphen
G,
CH.
U hyphen chord.
And you can basically reverse find chords. So if you know
The-
the fingering for the chord, you just type in the dots on the fret and it'll tell you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Free app?
I don't know if it's still
That circles
free.
back to
It
the
was
same
free
thing.
when I downloaded it like years ago, but yeah.
Yeah. Any of those, all of those.
I'm just gonna play octaves.
Nobody knows.
I'll just put like 2 notes I know that's in the chord.
Yeah. I'll play that octave.
This was on the one album that I've pushed out back in April of last year called Dawn. It is a very, very janky recording of this one titled "Let Me Tell You a Sweet Story." Which, now that I'm hearing the name in like the spirit of Christmas, that's so Christmassy. That's so
Feels a lot
incredibly
like Christmas.
It sounds like a sweet start.
You're gonna
need
do
this?
another section of ASMR.
Nobody likes that, Corey. Stop it.
It's on my right side.
Could I get more sandpaper? In my...
It'll just boost up all the highs.
I got a fever.
I feel like 2,500 would sound a little better.
This is worn out, so
Would it
it's
be a
more
different
like a
note at that
4,000.
point?
You ever see that guy that restores knives and like coins? He'll go up, he'll use like a bunch of these solvents to kind of clean it off, and then he'll polish, white polish, and I'm pretty sure it goes up to like 20,000 or something.
Oh, that sounds
But
so
like he gets these coins or these knives to like mirror finish, and like
That sounds like a fun YouTube video.
yeah, just 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow,
I like
super
that kind
cool.
of stuff. I've been lately watching this guy like cut tennis shoes in half and dissect them.
You
There's
should watch
so much.
Will It Blend.
Oh yes.
What's that?
This guy throws everything you can think of into industrial blenders.
Oh,
He throws
I
a whole
like it.
iPad and
Yeah.
all
nice.
phones and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how people sleep anymore. There's just too much fun on
Too
the
much
internet.
entertainment.
Too much.
Will it
Here I am
blend?
watching
Will it
videos. What does space smell like? It's like I should probably sleep. Oh, my alarm's going off. Damn it!
Wait, but what does space smell like though?
Burnt
Yeah.
popcorn. I forgot what the guy was saying. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just going through the motions.
So let me tell you a story. How's this? What's this?
Let me tell you a sweet story. It's a mouthful.
Yeah. You guys want to give it a go?
Another one?
We'll try.
Did you guys do that already? I couldn't tell whether that was like the version or
I
what.
was still trying to figure it out.
We had just. So
I mean, it ended and Corey is still asking questions, so I figured we hadn't got there.
I mean, I'm more than happy to go again. I guess I could do the classic sweet story intro with that one too. Oh, that was good.
I wasn't as lost that time.
So you're in New Zealand, and Rick. Should I just say Rick J? What? How do you say Rick's last name?
Jitchaku.
Jitchaku.
Oh, speaking of, it's a Okinawan last name.
Yeah. He's
Remember he was telling me.
Yeah, he's got roots there, which is super cool. Funny how those, like, all the dots kind of, like, align like that in that realm.
So Rick's teachings kind of start hitting you and getting to you. Like, can you talk about, like, what's that sort of the lessons that he left with you that started resonating?
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like he'll provide he'll provide verbal instruction. At the time, you'll receive it, and you'll just be like, yeah, okay. And like the seed's there, and like you'll be just like doing something on your instrument later, like something to do with like one of the things that I was like unlocking at the time was just changing chords just like one note at a time. Just experimenting with like the different feel of that and just like trying to get like an emotional definition of those chords.
So taking one chord and just changing that one note.
Yeah.
Or
That was a big thing that really helped
listening
me.
and kind of understanding what that does.
Yes, which double-edged sword, that one, because now like I'll throw these chords into my songs and then people ask me like, what chord is that? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
It was this chord, and then I added this.
Add this pink here.
Yeah. Like it started off as like a dominant 7 and then a sharp 5 and then I don't know anymore.
Start counting things out.
Yeah.
Same thing. People ask me, what chord was that? I was like, don't even ask me what song that was. I don't know. I just played it.
What else? What else comes to mind from his teachings?
Oh, so we get the one-note transitions.
Or I guess, what do you, at this point, what do you do to practice or, I guess, spur your creativity? Anything?
Well, it was actually, I had an assignment for a class that the teachers were giving like total creative freedom with what you're going to do as your final product. And I was like, I'll write a song. I'll write an instrumental song and say that it has to do with this specific niche of ecology. Yeah, exactly. But like, I mean, in the breakdown, I was like, oh, well, when I do that thing, it's about like the balance between these two species, like I tried to give it like a written kind of like description, and then so lately the person who's been like a huge influence on like tying emotion to the songs, my partner Liel. She is an amazing vocalist who's based out of Israel right now. She
You didn't bring her over.
No, well, I did, but then she's back. So how that all kind of went down is I found her on TikTok. She's got a massive following on TikTok. And I was like, she's kind of cute. I'll shoot her. I'll like comment on a couple of things on her Instagram, just to rock the boat, just to see what happens. And then she immediately like messages me, not immediately, but like she messages me like, why aren't we best friends? You make really cool music. I'm just like, okay. and so we start talking. And not only is she an amazing musician, but she's also just genuinely a cool person. One of like the sweetest, most awesome sense of humor people. Like she would love it if she was here. She would make this a freaking party. But yeah, she's really good at taking melodies that I'll create and like assigning emotion to them. One of the things that we had done is I had a Pepe Romero B6 Ukulele tuned open E, I think, or E flat, I think it would be. And I had just like created this simple melody on it, but I had like my phone right next to my windowsill, so I had like the Koki frogs coming in, so I had like the ambient Koki frogs with that little piece of music, and I was like, yeah, I'll send this to her. Next thing I know, like she comes back with like lyrics and like a whole song written to it. I'm just like, oh my god. This is amazing. Like she took a melody that I just created a melody. I didn't think too much of it, and then next thing you know, she creates this super cute song. It's out on Spotify right now called "Kissing a Bunch of Frogs," and the main melody line of that, not the same key. So I'm not gonna sing it because I don't have a good voice, but she created this adorable song about how.
What's her name?
Liel bar-Z is her artist name. Liel bar-Z.
Israeli.
Yeah. She's got some family in
Have
the
you been
States.
over there?
Not yet. I'm going over there.
Yeah, that
next
would be
month.
interesting. Oh wow.
Cool.
Yeah, flying over there
Crazy.
next month. It'll be very cool.
That's a long journey.
It is.
It's about a day's worth of traveling, probably.
It is. It is.
I can imagine.
I think it's a little bit over. It's like 26 hours or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you a goy, or are you going over there? Like, is her parents gonna accept you? How's this gonna go?
That's definitely a touchy topic. It's that's
Okay. Sorry for asking.
No, you're totally. It's fine. It's I think within that, it's we're gonna dance to dance and see what happens.
Yeah, it's 2022. You know, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Shoot, if we've got any ukuleles here, or even a guitar that we could throw into an open tuning, that might be a fun thing to explore.
I happen to have a guitar in my hand that I've had for about 2 hours. And you can definitely use it.
Are you cool with throwing that into open E? Model your shirt for me.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. Make sure you guys have a couple hundred available.
I'm so glad that it's not just shirt. It's other things too. That's gonna be so cool.
So, how can people get this totally awesome festive shirt that you have on?
This we are going to be accepting pre-orders for. It's going to be extremely limited run of Christmas shirts. It'll be on my website, BrittniPaiva.com, in the store section, and so that'll be available tomorrow-ish. But it'll be pre-orders are available when the video comes out.
Nice. And sweaters too, you said?
Yes, we're gonna have one that says my Ukulele Christmas sweater, and it's gonna be a long sleeve thing. Yeah. If you guys don't know, I love Christmas. I live for Christmas. So I know it's only early November, but I'm gonna wear my Christmas stuff.
I feel like ukers are especially festive.
Thanksgiving is just pregame for Christmas.
November is December Eve.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I've always seen it. Did Mariah Carey? Did she defrost it? Is it? Is it time
She's
yet?
like pretty much defrosted, yeah.
She and
Waiting.
Michael Bublé.
Waiting for it.
She's on the thaw.
That's what I live for. that song.
Really?
All the time. Like, I can't wait for it to go. Okay, go ahead. You're gonna have to come back and then we're gonna have to cover that for Christmas. Oh, you just made my day. My days to come.
Well, Brittni should be on for every holiday. She just brings the cheer.
Well,
Okay.
that's
Yes.
you're booked.
I'm booked.
Yeah, this is kissing a bunch of frogs.
Oh, okay. So you did it on guitar.
Yeah. It was the Pepe Romero B6 Ukulele is what I wrote that sucker on. It was a good one.
That's
Well,
six-string baritone, right?
Pull it up, and then like let them hear the melody, and then we'll
Sure.
do like a version of it where like maybe they can like.
I'm gonna do the Cokie Frogs in the background.
Corey, grab an instrument. You're not gonna do it.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, you know.
When you grew up in Hilo.
Brittni knows, yeah. She's very familiar with that song.
Yeah. So this is the. I don't think it's gonna be the same key. This might be a half step down.
Oh,
but,
okay, just to give an idea.
but yeah.
for-
So just with regards to the melody.
Oh my god, it's so loud.
Changes have been made to her dress.
Wow.
Cause it
Stunning.
clung too tightly to her chest, and she couldn't really breathe. On the late afternoon walks, we should sneak off through the park by the benches near the pond, where she'd run around.
Yeah, this is half a step down.
Kissing a bunch of frogs, kissing a bunch of frogs, and muddying her gown, taking notes and keeping logs of all the dirty.
Look at Ryan, he's so in love right now.
Celebrations would end as they begun, 'cause the princess was nowhere to be found. You couldn't see, but you could bet she was galloping towards the sunset. She knows just what she's looking for, and she's not gonna stop running around and kissing a bunch of frogs, kissing a bunch of frogs. Her crown hung on her arm, holding them tightly in her palms and studying all the frogs. The theories never wavered. Her prince would eventually come. Kissing a bunch of frogs.
So yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
that's
That was amazing.
She has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. That's a half step down. Let's see, what's gonna be easier? Should I come a half step down, or you guys can go half a step up? What do you think's
Half a
gonna
step
be
up.
easy?
We can go half a step
You think so?
I love Lightning E.
Oh, yeah. Am I still in tune though?
Oh, just in case. You can keep that one there, just in case. Yeah.
What do we got? What do we gotta take a half a step up?
Oh, wrong.
That was beautiful.
This is
I swear that was like a Disney song.
yeah, no, that's totally is. Yeah, I think the open tuning guitar. I'm really bad with just like standard tuning guitar, but open tuning guitar, it's like if I need to put my like analytical brain to rest, I will just like get my ukulele, lay back in my bed, and just like. It's just really easy to just explore.
That almost sounds like ocean. All right.
It's what got me into it. I won't do the thing because I don't want to damage the top.
Oh,
but,
what's his name?
This is John
John
Butler.
Butler.
Yeah.
Mr. Butler.
On the 12 string, yeah? I remember watching that video back in the day.
I don't want to do the nails. I don't want to do the other one. But it's, yeah. That.
Just do it.
No, I'm just kidding.
So you're teaching ukulele now?
Yeah, I will. I have this interesting thing that I'm trying with my students, just because I feel like oftentimes when you're doing weekly lessons, in my experience, when I've done weekly lessons as a student, I feel like it's always like drinking from a fire hose, and like you take away just like not too much from it. And so what I'm wanting to try with my students, and this is what I'm doing so far, and it's working well so far, is meet with them on Zoom like once a month, and then everything beyond that is just like an exchange of like recorded videos throughout the weeks. So like they'll like on their own time, asynchronously, will just like record themselves playing something. Hey, I've got a question about this. How does my form look on this? And then within 48 hours, I'll send a recording back, just being like, all right, I've observed this. Here's what I want you to work on, and I think it provides a lot of freedom with regards to scheduling, as well as it gives like me as a teacher good time to just like watch and then rewatch and then rewatch, and like, okay, what's going on there? Oh, the tension is in like that thumb or that shoulder, like that's why that's being awkward over there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's just a completely asynchronous format, and
So how do people try that out?
I have, let's see, where's that link right now? In my, I don't have a link tree because I don't want to pay for the link tree, but I have a flow page. That's the link in my Instagram bio. One of the top choices there is like a student intake form. And that's where I send most people that are interested in lessons, is they'll fill out that student intake form, and then get together, see if they're down with that kind of plan, and then give it a shot.
Yeah, you seem naturally like a good teacher because your enthusiasm and attention, and I could see you being a really good science teacher too, you know? If music doesn't take you away before you get there.
Well, I like to keep music on the, like, kind of, not unprofessional. That's not what I want to say. I want to keep music as, like, the,
Yeah, when you require it for your income, it gets a little bit more like...
Yeah, you have to be very, very attentive to be able to keep the passion in it while staying, like, professional in it. And I almost don't want to put that pressure on myself yet, and just let it be the thing that I can, like, just, like, come home to and play with. I want to keep the spirit of play.
You know, some of the greatest musicians that I know still had day jobs. Like, you think about, like, Ernie Cruz, or even, like, Led Kaapana. Like, it's like, these guys had jobs, which is crazy, but, you know, it's like, yeah. It's nice to have some stability underneath it, and then you can have fun with it.
Yeah, and being a teacher... of course has its own magic too, being able to just like connect with these up and coming generations, and just provide an example. It's like it's a combination of like exciting for me to have an opportunity to, like, you know, if you know, I don't have kids right now, but like they're my kids, and all of the values and everything that I feel like should be upheld in the world, I can help cultivate in these kids. But at the same time, like they keep you accountable as well. Like in order for me to set these kids up for success, I need to be the best version of myself every single day. And if I'm not having that be like my primary focus on like a second to second basis, it's like I'm doing them a disservice if I'm not focused on my own self-actualization.
Beautiful.
It's-
I mean, that sounds like the formula for being a great teacher. I'll check
That's
back
exactly
with
what
you.
a teacher would say.
Yeah, right.
Now those are just words.
Check
In
with him in
practice,
10
that's
years. He's
different.
like, these freaking kids.
It's like a cigarette.
Get off my lawn.
They haven't given us a raise in 10 years. Pay more. That's one of the things I think that would make our society better is paying teachers more to make it a more attractive option and something that they feel more
Yes.
happy, just less stressed out trying to make their bills and stuff. They can focus on just teaching. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get there. It was good to get to know you, Ryan.
It's beautiful to be here. It's an honor to be here. I've been honestly just like I said years ago. I found you guys on
Yeah, how cool
when I
is
was
that?
in Florida, and
You two have had an influence on this young
oh,
man here.
massively, massively,
Or
massively.
you three.
Thank you for supporting the brand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Inui brand. It's good instruments.
He wasn't doing it for you.
But thank you for playing.
That's the cool part.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like-
I will.
It's not hard to-
I do eventually
yeah.
want to get one of these.
It's easy to love
recordings.
Love a Moonbird.
How much do these go for? Can I ask that on the podcast?
That
How much do
one's
these go
like
for?
$5.99.
What?
Yeah.
$5.99. This is less than $1,000.
Much
Yep.
less, yes.
Seriously?
Over $400 less, to be exact.
And it's not laminate.
The back
Sides
is
and back.
there.
Still though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great value. M52.
Yeah.
And Brittni is playing her
UT5K.
freaking gorgeous.
That thing is stunning. That is outrageous. Sinful.
I know.
Corey and
It's
Kalei
great.
haven't shown me a UT5K in I don't know how long.
How many years?
Where's it at, boys?
It's on its
Somewhere.
way.
Yeah, right. That's what you said last year.
So we're still in a factory.
All right, why don't we close out with one more song?
Sounds good.
Let's see. I could do. I've got another song that I wrote on this particular tuning called Discovery. I haven't recorded it or anything yet, but
Beautiful.
It's the melody is
Brand new exclusive.
uh,
Look at his hand. His hand is like darker.
I'm sure they
The finger got
fixed
lighter.
it. I'm sure they fixed it, but like I don't see that at all.
I don't buy into these like little
I don't
things
know.
where like this is your left brain, this is your right brain. It's like, what?
Yeah. They definitely changed the hue on that picture.
You're just trying to go viral on some.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's still sustaining.
I know we kind of like jumped directly into that one without an intro.
No, that's cool.
That's how it goes.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
So, it's another podcast. I don't know how it happens. You get these kids in a room and it just beautiful things come out. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This is
Thank you, man.
legitimately a dream come true.
Yeah.
And
Whenever you're on island, just when you're island hopping,
I like
Come by.
no, I'm realizing like it's there's no excuse not to. Airfare is cheap enough. Like I should be able to just jump on over realistically, once a month at least.
You know,
That'd be cool.
I wanted to mention too, because I know I was talking to Joel earlier today, telling him who was coming. And he's like, oh, he plays Uke Logic strings, and we have another Uke Logic artist. It's like,
Yeah, and I guess I could kind of like ramble on that just real quick. The set that I have on there is not the usual set. I have hard tension E and A, soft tension C.
nice.
Something about that tension combination, both Rick and I agree, like the C flows into the E better than like a hard E, hard C versus a soft E, soft C. Like soft C, hard E.
right? Because in the lower tension C is just more open and vibrant, right? But the harder tension C, it kind of, I mean, it sounds nice, but it's just like
It can.
Just
It,
straight.
yeah, exactly.
I would think like for myself, because the E is so strong on the hard tension,
yeah.
that I would think like it would almost be like the C wouldn't. But it depends on the player and the instrument and all of those kind of things. But that's what's cool about Joel too. You can hit him up and he makes custom versions of that.
Yeah,
If you
he's-
get like
he's
the soft
amazing.
tension or the hard tension, you're like, I just want a little bit heavier on this or that. Then yeah. Anyways, yeah. Shout out to Joel with his Uke Logic strings.
Shout
They
out
really
to
are
Uke
great.
Logic, for sure.
Thank you.
Kalei sits here with his I'm just joking.
I ran out. Okay, the store
I'll
has
give
been
you one
out
from here.
of Uke Logic strings for a while.
Brittni's
A lot
been
of our
hoarding it.
customers have been looking for.
Look at how thick. I never seen a
That packet looks
that
really thick.
before.
That's
Brittni has
ridiculous.
400 strings in
Brittni
there.
has the last couple sets. I'm just
He
kidding.
just buys it and puts it in the pack.
That's where all Joe's low G's went. It's all there.
Yeah. Except I do have the soft tensions on the 5K.
Joe, we need more strings, please.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Comment.
And, these holidays are right up on us here. And if you have anybody you love, maybe try thinking about hooking them up with an ukulele. It's one of those gifts that, like, every time they pick it up, if they love it, it's like,
You're gifting them a permanent smile.
yeah,
Yeah.
something they'll continue to be thankful for.
I was trying to figure out I can't do it with my
that's
left
too
hand.
tricky.
Can't I have the most coordination with this hand, but I end up doing it better with this hand. I don't get it.
Yeah. Give it to us here. Oh, yeah.
So
The turtle,
And,
the shaka turtle.
it's the ukulele strum and pick. So you strum and you pick with your.
Oh yeah.
It's the exercise I do.
All right, guys. Aloha.